What's going on, guys? CHASEWINS.com. Friday, and it is the 16th of July. Guys, if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to us. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time we do a free play video, give out any content. There will always be a free play in anything we post on YouTube. And then if you appreciate all the free plays that we give out, all the winners that we give you day in and day out for absolutely nothing more than just spending a couple of minutes of your time with us, smash the like button. We appreciate it. Guys, it seems, well, at least for me, maybe not for everyone, that it's been like 6 months since we've seen Major League Baseball action. Now, I know we just had the Home Run Derby and we just had the All-Star Game, which is great. That way you're not going 100% without baseball. But that's not real baseball, and we all know that. So, and even though, if you take those out of it, it's only been 4 days. But it seems like it's been 6 months. So thank God that baseball is back tonight. Major League Baseball action in full swing Friday night. There's even a couple of day games being played today. There's a lot of doubleheader action. A couple of games that were supposed to have doubleheaders ended up getting postponed. And of course, everybody knows the Yankees got struck with the COVID protocol because some players tested positive. Aaron Judge being one of them. I don't want to hear this crap get started back up. I really don't. It's overblown. Get over it. Find a new cause. It's ridiculous. I don't want to hear that now this COVID thing is spread throughout the league again. Fans can't be there because you know how, look, LA is going to go back to mask mandates. Are you joking me? What a crock of shit. Anyways, I don't want to hear about it. If Aaron Judge and those guys tested positive, okay, fair enough. Let them sit out for a few days or a week or whatever they need to do. Nobody cares what the Yankees are doing anyway because they suck, but I don't want to hear about it. Aaron Judge just competed in the All-Star events. He was there, so you know what? If this thing was so deadly and so contagious and everything, I'm sorry, but there'd be thousands of people having COVID because of that event, and you'd have already heard about it. Because Aaron Judge was around tens of thousands of people, in and out, media, reporters, other players, managers, family members of managers and other players. People from every organization outside of the Houston Astros. Not to mention fanfare stuff where you're around fans. So I don't want to hear it. Get over the COVID crap. Anyways, but we got full action going on tonight. Now, we're not touching any of the day games. I do kind of like the matchup that the Phillies have today, but I think the Phillies are set to make some big moves. And when I say big moves, I don't mean like trades or, bringing people up from their farm system or anything like that big. Obviously, I do think the Phillies will make a couple of moves before the trade deadline. I don't think it's going to be anything significant. The Phillies have already overspent what they have, and see how that's working out. But I think that with the team that they have, with their 40-man roster, with their main guys that take the field every day, I think you're going to see some shifts, some changes, some tweaks here and there, and you're going to see it over the next, I think it's going to start immediately. I think it starts today. And I think it'll benefit the Phillies. But what do the Phillies always do? When they find something that works, they screw it up. They find something that works, and then they change what works. They're going through changes, trying to find something that works because nothing works. And when they find that thing, they immediately change that. It's like the Phillies just don't want to win. They want to go out and sign $300 million contracts to get one of the biggest names in the game, to get one of the biggest fan favorites, especially to younger generation. But they don't want to actually win. If they do, they have a hard time showing it. But I do think that they will make some changes and adjustments within the team that they have, within that main roster. And I think it'll give them some success over the next 14 to 20 days. And I think it could start immediately, but it won't last. Mark my words on that. The night games are where we got interest. We've got games going at 7 o'clock. We've got games going at 8 o'clock. We've got games going at 9:30. We've got a ton of action. Looks like I'm going to have probably 6 plays, possibly even a 7th. Right now, I've locked in 4 premium plays, 1 top play, and it looks as though a 5th premium play is going to get locked in, possibly even a 6th, depending on the information that I get here in the next hour. So we'll see there. Jerry's probably going to have some soccer action going tonight. He has absolutely destroyed the Open Championship so far. Him and his team went out round 1 on Thursday, absolutely crushed the head-to-heads 3-1 in the running for they had a long shot that they absolutely loved that they put on the card. It was over 30-1 odds, and right now, oh my God, it's looking good. Round 2 went off today, more head-to-heads, more easy money, a ton of profit made there, and we still have 2 more rounds. We got all Saturday and Sunday left. So if you want the U.S. or the Open Championship, some people call it the British Open, go to CHASEWINS.com. You can go to the purchase page to get just that. But if you want to get all sports, soccer, you want to get MLB, you want to get the premium plays and the daily top plays, $50 will get you all sports that are being played and all except for golf and NASCAR. Those are the only things that aren't included in a typical all sports pass. $50, 3 days. It's usually $99. We got it half price. But if you buy it, you will get, at whatever time you buy it, you will get also, we will give you the remainder of the golf picks for the weekend. So if you buy here in just a little while, you get the remainder of the golf picks. If you buy tomorrow morning, you'll get the remainder of the golf picks from then on through Sunday when the tournament's over. So you'll get all of that. There's still futures bets that you can place now. So it's well worth to buy it. Now you're going to get it for free, and you're only paying half price for the 3-day pass. Can't beat that. So make sure you jump on that tonight. As again, they're in England, so those picks for round 3, head-to-head and things like that probably won't be posted till late tonight. But again, that's because they're on a completely different time zone than us. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. You want a top play? I've got a top play going. Major League Baseball. By the time you see this, you will be able to purchase that Major League Baseball play. It is going to be a little bit later of an MLB game. $25 win, or you get Saturday's top-rated selections absolutely free. But again, remember, if you buy a 3-day pass or a 7 or 30-day pass, any all-sports pass, you get the daily top plays absolutely free. And the most important, Jerry has the biggest game of the week that I've ever seen him get excited for, or at least this year so far. I mean, everybody knows what we do in game of the weeks, months, year. But this one, I mean, I haven't seen him this hyped for a game of the week at all this year. And I've seen him pretty hyped. It's unreal. This is going to be a big game. Truth be told, looking at everything that he sent me, he could have easily rated this higher. He could have rated this a game of the month. Easily. And it would have been justified. But again, I didn't just come right out and ask the question, but I have a feeling I know what he's doing. He's wanting to keep the cost at $50 so you guys can jump on it. Now, the beauty of it is, this line's been out. We released this play last night, or he released this play last night. Email went out to all the all-access clients. People already started buying the play. This line is just so off, it's ridiculous. I mean, he showed me all the differences and everything and what this line should be, because, again, I'm not the soccer guy. You guys know that. And I mean, it was evident even to me. This is a massive play. And the game doesn't go until Sunday. Think about that. So you got plenty of time to buy it, but it's already posted. It's already on the site. You purchase it, you get instant access to the play as soon as you do purchase it. The earlier you get the game, the better line you will probably get. Now again, the line may not change. The odds may not change. This game may not change whatsoever. But we all know, especially when you go out there and release something multiple days ahead of when the game actually plays, you know the risk. The line can move. Money can move the line. And money often will move a line. So the earlier you get locked in on the play and get your wager in, you don't have to worry about it changing. The earlier you get on, the better of a shot you have at getting the most value you possibly can out of the play. So, do the smart thing. Again, you've got plenty of time to purchase it if you don't want to do it right this second. But the smartest thing to do would be go ahead and lock it in, get it on, Go ahead and get your wager in and get it locked in. That way you don't have to worry about anything changing, anything shifting, losing any value, having to lay any more money, anything like that. Nothing. It's locked in, and you just kick back and wait for Sunday to roll around when that game of the week is going to cash. As always, game of the week's $50. Win or get 3 days of all plays in all sports, including daily top plays, absolutely free. That's what we've got going on for Friday night. Again, it sucks that we had to take a few days with no Major League Baseball, but I mean, again, it's their season break, so what can we do about it? But I'm just happy that it's back. I am happy that everything is back in full swing, and I am excited for this second half of the season. So make sure you get with CHASEWINS.com and join us in the winner's circle. Free play action, 9:30 tonight. LA Angels, Seattle Mariners. The LA Angels, obviously I could sit here and talk about Ohtani all day, and for most people, they know that I have for the last few years. So I won't do that. I want you to think about kind of the unknown guys that you don't think about, or they're probably unknown to the average fan. Young guys, haven't made a big name for themselves. They're not considered superstars. Some of them aren't even considered, really average, because you have the Trouts, the Ohtanis, the Anthony Rendons, the Dexter Fowlers, those guys. But all of the injuries that have loomed around that team with Fowler, with Trout, with Rendon, with all those guys, look at what they just did. 20 pitchers they drafted in 20 rounds. Who in the hell does something like that? That's the most amazing thing I have ever seen a team do in an amateur draft. 20 pitchers, 20 rounds, and they absolutely zoned in. I'll get more onto that topic in a couple of days. But you're going to see, now that you're going to be looking for the return Trout, it doesn't happen today, but you know what I mean. Over the next 30 days, when you're getting players back, when you're setting your sights on the return of people that have been out and been kind of injury riddled a little bit this season, your Fowlers, your Trouts, your Rendons, all those guys. When you're eyeballing that and you mix that in with what you already have with Ohtani, who is carrying the offense to something you just couldn't even believe it unless you saw it with your own eyes. He's also their top pitcher. Everybody's focused on that, saying, okay, well, when they get back to full strength, the team's going to be unstoppable. And you would be right about that. But you have to look at what this team is focused on, and that's making the postseason. And if they do it, Rendon, Fowler, Trout, and Ohtani don't make up a roster. They have to have more people. They have to have more, position players. Who's going to be those position players? Who's going to stake their claim, make their name known, so they can make a postseason roster if the Angels make the postseason this year? Who are the players going to be? The players that have not been near as aggressive so far this season are the ones that are going to get overly aggressive. It may fail for some of them, maybe even the majority of them, but you're going to see a couple of hidden gems come out of nowhere in the next couple of weeks with the Angels. Guys that you were like, whoa, man, where'd these guys come from? You don't even hear their names. And now they're going to be something that's talked about on a daily basis. You mark my words. It starts tonight. I'm not saying anything amazing is going to start tonight, but what I am saying is that you're going to see a lot more offensive aggression from the Angels, especially from those more unknown guys. And on top of that, what did I tell you last week about a little over a week ago about the Mariners? They're getting more aggressive. They've got that Baltimore Orioles syndrome going on where they're swinging at anything they can. They're tossing something against the wall, seeing what sticks, and it's working. They're not necessarily winning games, but they are putting up offense, and they're at least being able to compete with teams of their caliber and slightly above their caliber. Now, the Angels, when it truly comes down to it as an organization, is worlds above Seattle. But even though that's the case, right now with injury and everything else, there's not that much of a gap between the Angels and the Mariners. You have a couple of players that are the huge difference makers, but I'm telling you right now, The Angels aren't so dominant at this very moment with the players that are out that they could not be beaten by a Seattle on any given day. Seattle knows it. They're rested. The Angels are going to be rested outside of Ohtani. And they're going to be, both of these teams are going to be swinging for it tonight. And you're going to give me a total at 8? Yeah, I'll take it. Minus $1.25, I don't care. I'm gladly and without hesitation going over 8 runs. Angels, Mariners, Friday night. Now, depending on when you see this, because I saw 2 books earlier today, Bovada was one of them, and so BetMGM, that was another one. Earlier today, the line went from 8 across the board to 8.5 in those 2. Now, not long after that, they came back down to 8. But being that those 2 went to 8 or 8.5, even for just a little while, leads me to believe that they'll be back at 8.5 at some point tonight before the game. May not stay there, and it may close at 8. But I think that they will move. And if they move, that means that any book out there can move to 8.5 in the blink of an eye, because I just have to believe that even the amateur novice bettor would probably lean over in this game more so than under, even with the lower ERAs that you typically see with these 2 teams. And it's not Ohtani pitching. So I do believe that you could see some 8.5s out there if you get closer to game time. And if you do, if you have to play 8.5, I'm okay with it. You can lower your bet just a little bit, or if your book allows you to take an alternate line and you're not laying over $1.40 to do so, and you can still take that even 8 at $1.40 or less, I'd do that. 8's the prime target there. That's what we want to go with. That's your free play. But if you have to wager at 8.5, still take the over. Lower your bet just a little bit, and I'll see you in the winner's circle. Love you guys. Go to CHASEWINS.com, and we'll see you back for another one.